The SF1 flares that we have here today from Rough Country would be an awesome choice for the 2019 and newer Ram owners out there looking for one of the most unique flare options in the category, and one that will ultimately help cover a wider tire or a lower offset wheel. Now the flares will feature a UV resistant smooth black polypropylene construction, along with the 3 vents, both front and rear per fender flare, all for right around that low $300 price point. But why go with a flare like this in the first place? Well, 2 big reasons, right? Either you really just like the look, or you need to cover up some poke thanks to a wider wheel or a lower offset, or a combination of both. Listen, I know a lot of truck owners out there might like the appearance of some tire poke with their rigs, but the reality is some laws mandate that the tires are covered at all times, and if they're not, well, you can either fail inspection or get hassled by our local authorities, neither of which is very fun at the end of the day. Now on top of that, an uncovered tire on a lower offset wheel can result in a very dirty truck along with a lot of scratches. That's because the smallest mud puddle will fling rocks, water, mud, whatever down the side of your truck. And I know ultimately people might not mind this because it is a truck after all, but listen, some folks might not enjoy cleaning or washing their trucks every other day. And that's where the flare like the SF1 from Rough Country comes into play. Now this set of 4 smooth flares will offer an additional 2 inches of coverage off the fender to help cover that wider wheel or lower offset, and will keep the truck much cleaner while at the same time delivering a very aggressive look. Now speaking of looks, the SF1 from Rough Country, as I mentioned at the very top of this video guys, is probably one of the most unique flare options in the land of smooth flares, because of the little detail that you're getting both front and rear of all 4 flares. And I think that certainly does help contribute to a very different look. Now another feature that is unique with the Rough Country flares is that both front and rears do have built-in or integrated mud flaps to further help keep the truck or your sides a little bit cleaner in the process, while also adding that additional 2 inches of coverage at the end of the day. Now, as far as your build is concerned, well, the Rough Country options will pack that durable yet very lightweight ABS plastic for the build, and then topped off with a UV coating to help prevent any fading on the black over the years. Now, with that being said, if you wanted, you could easily paint match the Rough Countries to your rig thanks to that smooth finish, but that's entirely up to you. Finally, guys, the flares do have a 3-year warranty just in case you should ever run into any issues. But now we want to switch gears and get into the installation, and site's going to call this a pretty strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. About an hour or so to complete from start to finish, but if it takes you a little bit longer than that, don't get discouraged. Regardless, to give you a better idea of just how this one will go down on your Ram at home, feel free to check out this detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown from an AT customer now.
All right guys, I'm going to show you the tools required to install the fender flares. You need an 8mm socket and wrench, scissors, a cat claw, shop rag, and alcohol. All right guys, so I'm going to take the 8mm socket and wrench, and I'm going to get these bolts out of here. Okay guys, there's where all the screws were, and then I have one clip right here that I have to get out still. There's all the screws, 8mm socket. Okay, so I'm gonna take the cat claw, plastic clip, comes out with the cat claw. Okay, now that we got that plastic clip out of there, we just push this little mud flap. You just pull it back towards you. It has 2 little clips like that right here all the plastic clips that it was holding on to. Okay, so I'm gonna take some alcohol and I'm gonna prep the surface. So that the rubber, it has a sticky adhesive. You peel that back and you want to stick the sticky adhesive on the inside of the fender flare. Now we cut the extra off. So those screws there, you don't actually need out. So now I can put the fender flare on. Okay, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts, bolting the fender flare on. Looks pretty good. So now I'm going to use the alcohol and this towel to prep the surface for the adhesive for the rubber piece. And then the rubber piece has this red film that comes off and exposes the sticky adhesive. The sticky part goes on the inside of the fender flare. Then you just want to take the scissors and cut off the extra. Alright guys, here's the driver's side rear. I'm going to take out these 2 screws right here so I can get rid of the mud flap. Then just like the front, you just pull it right at yourself. Okay, it just comes right out of those little clips that are under there. Okay, so now here's the fender flare. So we got 1, 2, that one. All 3 at the top. Now we get to get these 2 on the bottom.
Wrapping this one up, guys, the SF1 flares from Rough Country will offer some unique appearance and functionality for that 2019 annual Ram at home, and you can grab your set right here at AmericanTrucks.com.